Good evening, I'm Liyana Hassanel. Welcome to Bizworld. Chinese automobile manufacturer Geely will invest $10 billion to turn Tanjung Malim, Perak into the region's largest auto city. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said the aspiration conveyed by the company in a letter to him last night would create thousands of job opportunities for Malaysians.
Ini kali pertama saya nak sebut ni, Geely. Itu Amerika. Geely ini yang buat dengan proton. Dia tulis saya 10 halaman muka surat panjang. Bagi tahu dia nak teruskan, nak jadikan Tanjung Malim sebagai kota automobil, kereta yang terbesar di rantau ini. Dan dia akan mula dengan $10 bilion, mana 40 bilion ringgit.
He was speaking at the Selangor state-level Sentuhan Agro Madani program earlier today. The Prime Minister also said the Saudi Arabian government and the kingdom's oil and gas giant Aramco will focus on its investment and operational expansion in Malaysia. He noted that Malaysia has recorded commendable economic performance with a 5.6% growth in the first quarter of 2023, which compared favorably against China, Singapore and Indonesia. The country successfully attracted some 71 billion ringgit worth of approved investments in the first 3 months of this year. The special treatment accorded by the Strategic Investor Pass, or SIP, for investors is expected to gain a positive re-rating of Malaysia's attractiveness to foreign investors. According to Sunway University Professor of Economics Professor Kim Leng, through this facilitation, the SIP would enhance the investors' positive perception of the country's investment climate. The SIP was one of the several key facilitation measures mounted by the government to regain the country's leading position as a destination of choice. It will enable investors to stay in the country for a minimum of 5 years with a view towards a further 5-year extension. The government also planned to expand the scope of the Digital Nomad Professional Visit Pass to cover manufacturing-related skills. The Inland Revenue Board will come up with the E-Invoice guidelines, which will include the details required, the process and companies involved by week end. At the same time, CEO Datuk Muhammad Nizam Sairi said the tender to develop the E-Invoice infrastructure will be opened this week.
Usually tender ni mengikut persyaratan seperti arahan perbendaharaan lah. Kalau tak salah saya, tempohnya mesti 21 hari kita buka dan tempoh 21 hari tutup. Lepas tu penilaian dan kita akan melalui proses award seterusnya kepada yang berjaya.
Dan bila akan dibuka?
Kalau tak salah dalam minggu ini ya, dalam minggu ini. So iklan semua ni, semua akan diiklankan. So we are working on a very tight schedule.
The new mandatory initiative will be implemented in stages from June 1st next year, starting with companies that generate 100 million ringgit revenue annually. The E-Invoice platform will use the continuous transaction controls like Mexico, whereby each E-Invoice will undergo the validation process before it is churned out. The validation process will be fast under one platform, up to 2 million transactions per second. The Jualan Rahmah under Payung Rahmah initiative has successfully received more than 3,500 business participants since June 30th. Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Minister Datuk Seri Salahuddin Ayub also said the menu Rahmah has recorded 2,922 eateries.
As for now, I'm very glad to say that this initiative has been supported by all the major companies and what we call it the industrial players in this country. For example, McDonald's, KFC, Burger King, then Mary Brown.
Speaking to reporters after launching the AirAsia Super App Payung Rahmah campaign, he said the government has no plans to make the Rahmah initiative mandatory. He is also confident the Payung Rahmah initiative will always be supported by industry players. Since the launch of Many Rahmah, many companies have followed suit by introducing packages from various industries, including textile and healthcare. The World Bank said domestic food price inflation remains high around the world. Between February and May this year, over 61% of low-income countries recorded inflation higher than 5%, while 79.1% of lower middle-income countries and 70% of upper middle-income countries. According to World Bank, 78.9% of high-income countries are also experiencing high food price inflation. In real terms, food price inflation exceeded overall inflation in 79.8% of the 163 countries. That wraps up Bizworld for today. I'm Liyana Hassanel. Thank you for investing your time with us.